All right, so it's been my cyber deck build I got going on. Essentially, what I did was I gutted a Raspberry Pi 400, took the board from that, 3D print this case, and then in this case goes this inexpensive mechanical keyboard I picked up off of Amazon. The keycaps I bought separately, so I think the board was $25. Keycaps, I don't know, had this cool NASA space theme, so I couldn't pass it up, so I definitely picked it up. I've already have, I don't know, I have a bunch of work into the case already. I kind of want to emulate some things I like that I've seen. I really liked how Frameworks had the expansion port on their stuff, so I kind of want to integrate an expansion port of my own into this case. The idea is that essentially you have these cartridges, kind of like this retro style thing. They could use a USB female on the backside, so if I wanted to plug them into another computer or anything like that, I could easily do that. And then slides in there. And then there'll be a male side mounted in the case there to interface with it. This part though, I'm still kind of playing around with. So this part of the case is actually detachable right here. If I carefully do it. So I have these pegs in my 3D print. They just slot in there, and then when everything gets screwed together, basically holds it there in place. So like I said, this is still very work in progress. But tonight, right now, I have the single USB 2.0 port on the USB 400 blocked off here on the back, and I had it hardwired up to the keyboard. But what I want to do is I want to expand that, so I picked up this inexpensive it's a USB hub, whatever. It's just not popular with the female USB hub side off of AliExpress. One thing though was the one side of the crystal wasn't soldered, so I soldered that. I'm hoping that was the only issue with it. I desoldered the capacitor off of it. I'm gonna go ahead and heat shrink the legs up on that. I'm gonna lay it down in the case here. That way I have enough clearance to put the board or put the keyboard back in there. So resume that, and then we'll try and get through that this evening. I'll probably call it quits, but like I said, I want to re-hardwire the keyboard up to this hub, and then solder up the male side of the USB-C that's gonna go into the cartridge slot there. So they get cracking on that, and then test it all, and hopefully it should work. I'll be happy with that progress for tonight. So let's go. Definitely want to add in the final print some kind of wire management here to hold all my wires in place. But yeah, so all right. There, leave myself enough slack. Actually, let me heat shrink up the capacitor. Ideally, I just lay down the capacitor, but the legs were short on it, and my other capacitors are at work, so this will have to do for now. The only thing I'm worried about is the legs being brittle, obviously, or at least where I soldered them. So I'm going to try and heat shrink it, and hopefully that'll keep it in place for now. If need be, I'll just go ahead and replace it with a new capacitor from work tomorrow. This might be too big. We'll try it though. No scissors. Oh, I got scissors. Oh. Yeah, I think this heat shrink's gonna be too big. We'll see though. Oh, put them both on the same. There we go. Put it down. Well, you know what? Worked out more than I thought it would. I'll wrap them both in this. This stuff, if you're ever looking for decent heat shrink, this stuff's all right. It's marked as marine grade. What it has is, oh, broke that right off. Whoops. But what it has is like a glue inside it. Basically, when you heat it up, the glue will run out and seal it up really well. And make a mess of this though. Resolder on that negative leg and have it soldered very well. Oh man. This capacitor might be stuck in here. Where are my pliers at? Help it out a little bit. I think I heat up a tiny bit. Oh, there we go. All right. See if we can do a better job soldering on the negative leg there. One of those instances where all the right stuff is at work and nothing is at home. All right. Yeah, but anyways, so the marine grade heat shrink is really nice. It's like I said, it has a adhesive inside it. It's almost kind of like a hot glue, and it melts out. Does a pretty good job sealing up your if you're soldering a joint or anything like that. All right. But yeah, I bought some cheap stuff off Amazon. Not that great, but if you get like the 3M stuff, it really is packed up with the adhesive, which is great, or the sealant. Let's see if we can do a better job soldering that on. Still, it's not pretty, but it'll work. Like I said, I'm going to replace this and get the right capacitor from work tomorrow. Get that on. All right. Let's go to the other side now. All right, now this big guy on. Take some of the tension off of them. Put the whole thing in there. All right. Down on there. All right, that's good enough for tonight. I'm going to solder this back onto the board. A little bit of slack. See if I gotta clean these out. I might have to go and get my solder sucker. I'm gonna grab my solder sucker so I can clean these out really quick. I'll be right back. All right, well, another thing I left at work, so I just got to make do. That to the side so I don't break it off. Ooh. Gosh, I wish there was a quick release for these things. There we go. All right. Gotta be careful. I leave myself a lot of slack there. All right. No, I'm gonna pre-solder that hole like I did that one. Just heat it up and pass it right through. All right, hold on. Do a better job than that. All right, there we go. Happy with that. Okay. I'll just kind of get glued down for now. That hot snot. Go here to the USB-C male. Some slack here. Happy with that. So I just kind of have this slot cut in the back here for the male USB-C. Final print though, I have something to properly hold it in. So I'm going to check if the angle I have is going to work. Kind of interested to see how easily the cartridge will go in and out. Given there's not much plus or minus on the tolerance of this, it's pretty tight. So we'll see. My cheaters for this one. All right. Pre-tin these. All right. Start with my ground and my power, and then I gotta double check on my data minus data plus the pinout over here. I'm gonna cut these down, these are a little too long. All right. Twist those pair. All right, now the data minus and data plus. I gotta see what the pinout is here on this side. Let's even quickly Google that. USB D plus D minus pinout. So what we get here. It appears that the data minus is up against the positive, so it's gonna be the blue. Okay. That is the blue in my wiring here. The green will be the data positive. Not the most steady hands. All right. Should, I think if I got what I need down here to test this out. I should power this up and make sure that this port is working properly. Okay, that's done. All right, so the other thing I want to do is hardwire up the keyboard again. Although what I could do is I could plug this into the keyboard and test it. I got a monitor down here with an HDMI. Just gotta grab my HDMI mini adapter, which is something I wish I would give up the dual HDMI mini ports on the back of this board for just a single regular full-size HDMI. I can't imagine I'm the only one. Okay, so let me grab my HDMI mini adapter or micro on this, whatever. Okay. A proper size. Excuse me. Come on down here. Pardon me. Right back. All right. Pardon the mess. I have a monitor here. This is cropped up too. Don't need that. Set this up off to the side here. Some power hooked up to it. Yeah. All right. Got that hooked up. All right. HDMI to HDMI micro cable. All right. Back it down. All right. I'm just gonna plug keyboard into this new male USB-C we wired up. All right, that's hooked up, that's hooked up, that's hooked up. We just need to hook up power and fingers crossed. We get no sparks or smoke. All right. All right. We got a light. We've got All right. Get this guy wired up. So the nice thing about this keyboard is I was able to trace USB-C port here back to these 0-ohm resistors. And those gave me a real easy spot to solder to, and trying to solder to the back of this connector. So that's where we're going to solder our hardwire connection here to this guy. This I'm actually going to leave long. Initially I had it really short. Had to be really careful when I was pulling the keyboard side off. So I'm going to leave it long, and then in the long run I'll probably put some kind of like maybe JST connector or something on there. Can get on and off easily. I could do I have them? I could do something like a DuPont connectors or whatever off the board here, and plug it sideways, and that would give me enough clearance between the board and the keyboard side. See if I have my crimpers here. I do need some 90-degree nail pins though, and I don't know if I have those. See what we got. No, I got all straight connectors. These the right pitch. Yeah, they will work. Let me check. I got a stash of them in another room. I'll check on those really quick. If I can hook those up, that'd actually be kind of nice. Since the keyboard will be coming on and off from now. Sometimes. I could choose a DuPont connector like that. I'll be right back. All right, well, no dice on the right angle nail pin, so we're just gonna move forward with this. For the sake of time of getting this done, I could just revisit it. Maybe. I mean, famous last words. All right. But yeah, I think going forward, it would be a good idea to just put the right angle adapters. I could just put the DuPont connectors on all of them. The only thing that I hate crimping the DuPont connectors. I feel like they're so janky when I do them. And then sometimes they're falling out on me, and I don't know. So, not the biggest fan of crimping them, but I think I just need more practice with it. So conservative on that. There we go. All right. We mirror what the side was. Try and keep my colors consistent. All right. It's a pine sol. I have the issue though where it freezes sometimes. It's not a big deal. I just unplug it, plug it back in, it heats up quick, but it won't wake up sometimes. There. That's solder joint right there. There's that guy. There we go. Cleans up the side cutters. All right. Let's clean it up. Ooh. All right. So much like run leave. Essentially, it just needs to go right here. Keyboard comes up. I don't know. Probably go about there. Let me take more off, not the end of the world. All right. And, all right. The only thing is these 0 ohm resistors. It's not in the standard USB layout, so it's like positive, negative, data minus, data plus. But I got to double check on that. Do have nodes? I just don't know if it goes this way or this way. So I'm gonna trace the negative side and see which way my notes are referencing. Use the continuity mode here. Okay. Go on the negative leg of the resistor, or sorry, the capacitor. There you go, there's my ground. So left side's my ground. All right, so it goes ground positive. Then I have blue, orange side. So this is going to be, I just side on my positive and negative, and then figure out that blue orange in a sec. Yes, like I said, conveniently, the standard USB, whatever wires or whatever, I've broken out to these 0 ohm resistors, so it made it easy to tap into this USB-C port essentially. Heat. More solder on those. Put a little bit of hot glue on these to make sure they don't come loose on us. For a little bit of strain relief. right. All right, so I got the positive and the negative hooked up. And then the data minus, which would be on the positive side here, is the blue, and the blue is right there. So that means, okay, it's blue on here. All right. So it's blue on there. I've got tweezers to make this a lot easier. Oh, right next to me. Oh, it's getting late. Let's go back. All right, put this in place. I need to buy some better tweezers. These are the most cheap pair of tweezers. Tips are all bent up. Not the best for trying to hold little wires. These wires like 32 gauge. They're tiny. All right. Fire it up. Make sure the keyboard's working again. I hook something else up to this other one. Make sure they're working together. And I should have been heating up the hot glue gun. In the meantime, I think if these work, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll get back to bed. This monitor up all over again. Oh. All right, everything is clear. Power on. Nothing yet. Okay. Well, let's see if this works. Oh, definitely got something backwards there. Let's confirm. Oh. Let's confirm here that this was correct. All right, so that's correct. Oh. All right, hopefully we didn't do any damage here, because definitely wired up the negative and the positive backwards on the keyboard. So fingers crossed there's some kind of protection circuit on here. Didn't see any smoke, so hopefully that's a good sign. My cheater's on, double check this. All right. Hopefully we didn't do any damage here. Fire it back up. All right, the USB hub, I just saw a light come on there. That's a good sign. Came on again, good sign. All right, got life on the keyboard. Whew. That would have been a bummer. Got a caps lock, status light, that's a good sign. All right, got life. Nice. Got the terminal, that works. All right. Turn my floppy drive here. See if that gets power. Yep. Awesome. This is another project I've been working on. It's this Clearview floppy drive. I thought it was such a shame. You have such this cool mechanical motion inside floppy drives. You never get to see it. So worked on this retro style external floppy drive. So probably cover that in another video. I'm still working on this, but it's just about done. Awesome. All right, so that's working. So I think we're gonna call it a night. Probably glue this or hot glue this all together, and that'll be that. All right, I am out.